Hey there, I am sitting here with the new secretary of the Student Council, Kate Lally. Kate, how are you today?
I am doing well.
So, you've become the new secretary, taking Hannah Yukon's position.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the first thing we should ask you is, like, what do you plan to do in the future?
What do I plan to do? Well, I ran with Andrew Shushu, Malat, and Maya. And so we sort of created a cohesive plan together. Some of the things involved, trying to improve student life on campus. That would involve, we talked about health services and how it's like so far away, and that's, it's been an issue with some people.
Would you try to bring health services closer to campus?
We talked more about trying to bring a kiosk onto campus that would set up appointments and make it so you're actually talking to somebody here, and then if you needed transportation over there or something like that, they could coordinate that with you, because some people, it's harder for them to get over there. Stuff like that. We've also talked about trying to do more transportation, getting people around the city. One thing we're talking about at our meeting tonight is a WU bus, possibly, that would go around to different, expanding what the WU bus does currently, and it would go around to different destinations in Buster, like Shrewsbury Street and stuff like that. So those are kind of the goals of my committee that I ran with. Personal goals are probably just trying to reach out to the student body and get people to be more involved with council and knowing what we're doing and seeing the inside scoop.
Which is why you've come to CCM News for You.
Exactly.
Right. So these are some of your goals. This is going to be the future. Let's talk about the past a little.
Past. Okay.
What makes you qualified for this position?
Well, I started out in council as Dodd Hall representative, and I became the chair of different committees on council, and so I felt that I had a pretty good experience doing a lot of stuff. I actually have never done any kind of student council in high school or before college, so Clark was my first experience really doing anything with that. But I felt after being on it a while and being able to talk to people, I felt like I could communicate well, so with the people in council, so I thought I was pretty well qualified for that. So kind of with just that past experience. And then personally, I did Model UN in high school, so I really liked being personable and being able to talk and kind of stretch those muscles of public speaking.
Definitely.
I guess.
So important in so many areas of life. Even if you didn't continue on in classroom, well, you plan on continuing on in classroom politics.
Well, kind of. I used to study international development and social change as a minor. I'm a psych major. But I eventually switched over to biology because I discovered that with what I really wanted to do, I felt developing a skill that could help me was better than learning about the problems that are going on in the world. And so I see more of political involvement to be more internationally based. So.
Right. So I guess another question I could ask is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years? It's 29, so I plan on going, hopefully, to grad school. Right now for clinical psychology, but that will probably change tomorrow. And then the day after that. I really wanted to do something in medicine for a long time, so I really don't know. Probably finishing up grad school and trying to do, work within that field of psychology and medicine.
So helping people.
Yes.
Yes, not just yourself. It's all about the community.
Exactly.
And the world.
Yes.
Right.
Changing our world, challenging emotion.
Exactly.
I live by that.
That's a good motto
I made that up
by which to live. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That'd be a claim to fame right there. I made up the motto for my university. That's nothing to shout about. Something to shout about? I don't know. Okay. Let's talk about your childhood.
My childhood.
Because you're a psych major.
Yes.
I think we should go a little Freud here.
Oh, gosh.
And get back into why exactly it is that you want to do what you want to do.
Wow. I read a very weird book called There's a Boy in the Girl's Bathroom.
Oh yes.
When I was about 11, and I loved it completely. It was about this kid who was kind of socially awkward, and he didn't really have a lot of friends, and it was about the psychologist who kind of helped him come into his own, and I just really loved that story, and that girl or that woman that helped him was kind of my idol. And so ever since then I kind of just wanted to help people in the way that she did, and other stories, kind of went along with that too. But nothing in, I don't think, my personal life really sparked an interest. So.
There was no like, I don't know, some people might harken back to like a death in their family and they're like, oh, I really wanted to be able to help people in a way that might.
I think I guess I was told a lot of times that I was somebody who liked to help people just sort of naturally, and so it's something that I've kind of, so maybe that in that telling, that was sort of that event of telling over and over again from being a child even who was really interested in doing that. I was actually in a study at Clark when I was really a little kid, and like their main finding about me was that I was somebody that really liked to help out and like do that kind of stuff. So I don't know, I think it's always been a part of me. And then when I was in elementary school, I lived in a foreign country, and I went to an international school, and so that kind of sparked.
Where did you live?
Sweden. I lived in Sweden. Yes. And so that kind of sparked my interest in doing international work and seeing people from all over and hearing about, you know, people's struggles from their own countries and stuff like that really kind of sparked my interest in wanting to help people and bring it to an international setting.
So that's very interesting. Because like psychology and medicine in different countries is so vastly different. It's just so fascinating.
Right. It's definitely a weird goal because it's sort of people don't. The connection from studying psychology to helping people, there are such huge problems in this world, and so many things that, you know, maybe need fixing and some things that maybe don't need fixing at all. And psychology isn't really seen as an avenue through which to help people, but I kind of saw it as something that I'm really passionate about, and I think that I am good at it, and so I'd rather use my talents to help people and find a way to make it work.
Exactly. So. Finding out the problem is the first way to fix it.
Exactly.
All right. Hobbies.
Hobbies.
Do you have hobbies to let the people at home know that you're a real person?
I am a part of the knitting club.
Yeah?
Yes, so I knit. And I don't go as often as I should, and that's terrible. And so I guess knitting is kind of a hobby of mine. I don't necessarily like collect stamps or do anything like that.
You should start collecting stamps. I think that would suit your personality very well.
Very specifically collecting stamps now. So I like to take pictures. I do that, but I don't want to be one of those people that like runs around with my camera taking pictures of everybody everywhere all the time because I'm not necessarily good at it. So, but for my own personal, you know, interest, I like doing it. But.
Sure. Sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
Well, I am from New England, so, you know, I definitely love the Bruins and hockey. I used to play hockey as a kid, so. You
played hockey as a kid?
I did.
So, like, on the ice, not just like street hockey? Or...
I never played on a legitimate team. I was going to. My high school never had a women's team, and then they were going to, and it got canceled because there wasn't enough interest, and I was very upset. But my father used to play hockey, and so every year when I was a kid, he would build a hockey rink in our backyard, and so I used to play a lot. My siblings or friends and neighbors and stuff like that. So.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Pun intended. All right. Is there any parting words that you'd like to give the people at home?
Parting words. Gosh. I feel as though I should say something for student council. Because I love student council. And it really is an important part, I think, of the Clark community, and I think that we do a lot of stuff. And I'm really only just starting to become involved with it, really, even though, I mean, it is only my first year, and I've already become so involved with it that I've become really passionate about it, and I think that there's so much that we could do. And so people should stay tuned for all the stuff that's going on with them.
Absolutely. So. We'll see what the future holds.
Exactly.
All right, Kate. Well, thanks for being on. We'll see you around.
Yes, definitely.
Coming up next, more things.